It took 9 long years, but I can finally say I made over $19,000 in 1 month. Last month, August 2024. Now, as you can see here, I am a published author, but this is a shirt my wife got for me. But I didn't make $19,000 in book sales. No. Would be nice, passive income. I actually only made about like $3 and some change. This horrible deal I have going on with my published book, right? I actually made $19,000 in my industry. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm a licensed insurance adjuster. I've been doing it for 9 years. I love what I do. And in the pandemic, I actually made more money. Let me rephrase that. During 2020, I actually made more money during 2020 than I have ever made it before in my life. And then every year after 2020, I continued to make at least $100,000 a year. This year, I'm on track to exceed all previous years' annual income. And last month, I broke my monthly income record again. Previously, my highest monthly income record was like $18,500, and I think that was last year. And then last month I did just over $19,000. So, one thing I've learned is, like, as a person, particularly as a black man, when people say stuff, it's important to have social proof. You don't want anybody to have the opportunity to come along and say, oh, he's just lying, he's just capping, he's just talking for the gram, he's just putting up false information. So come with me, I'm gonna show y'all what I made, and then we'll talk briefly about how I did it, okay? And we're not gonna pause this video or nothing, we're gonna keep it rolling so that you can see what I have going on here. So give me just a second, all right? I'm gonna log right into my account. Here we go. Turn off this flash. Okay, there we go. Let's log in. All right, bam. So let's check the date first. Look at the date. It is September 1st, 2024. I do a verification text. So hold on, I'm not gonna let y'all see what my number is. Give me a second. Okay. Again, September 1st, 2024. All right. So we're gonna look at what I made. As of last month. All right. So just bear with me. All right. So we're gonna go to, what are we looking at? September 1st? No, we're looking at August 1st, 2024 to August 31st, 2024. We hit it up, 2024, we hit apply. Now, look here. We'll get back to this because this is very important, but we'll talk about this shortly. Bam. So how much did I make? What's today's date? It is September 1st, 2024. I made $18,288.69. Same thing over here. I spent far less than that though, right? Spent only $11,000 some last month. That's not bad. A little bit more than half of what I made is what I spent, right? So people are like, oh, yeah, you're saying you made it. I need to see deposits. All right, boom. That's that's paychecks. What's this? General income. This actually should be under paychecks. So there we go. I'm very specific about the things I do. So we just change that to income. Bam. So we're still showing $18,288.69. Today is September 1st, 2024. People were like, I don't know, I need to see actual, deposits. Bam, there you go. Most of my money came from, boom. Well, we ain't gonna get into all that. You guys can see the deposits, we ain't gonna get into everybody I'm working for. No, y'all don't need to know all that, right? But, let's look at my spending for the month, right? Because this is important. you know, let's pull up the calculator real quick, right? This is saying I spent $11,119.69, right? And it's saying that you know, this is the different categories on which I spent it. So let's take out shopping, taxes, and other, and food and dining. We might need to take out most of this, honestly. Let's see what's under business services. Okay, these are some business expenses. That was a legal thing. Okay, that was also business stuff. That was not business related. And then let's see. Yeah, so we take out pretty much, if we take out most of this, right? If we take out most of this, what we see is my business expenses for the month were actually probably like probably about like maybe about $6,000 some dollars. Let's see what's under financial. Yeah, I mean, honestly, my business expenses for the month were probably about $6,000 some dollars. Everything else was food and you know, whatever else I wanted to spend my money on. So yeah, I mean, that's not bad, you know, for a month. To spend a little bit more than half of what you brought in or what you had in your account. Obviously, I want to get it down lower, but you know, like I said, but this is only $18,288.69. I know people were like, "Hey, you know, you said you made over $19,000. Stop the cap. Where's the rest of the money at?" So I'm about to show you. $18,288.69. Right? So people are like, "All right, well, where's the proof that the rest of the money you made?" I'm gonna show you. All right, look. This is a deposit that I got August, let's clear it up, August 29th, 11:45 a.m., $600, right? Now, what did I get this for? I got it because I wrote estimates for a contractor. I got paid roughly $200 per estimate. So let's add that together. $18,288 plus $600. Now, it didn't come through my account yet because, you know, Cash App is taking a while. I won't get it for a couple days, so Cash App's taking a while. I didn't want to expedite it and lose money, so I just decided to wait patiently. You know, I felt like $18,000 some dollars is enough to talk about. I don't need to hit the $19,000 number necessarily. I also left a check for $100 upstairs, but I know people are like, "Oh, you capping? Why are you lying?" Look, I'm not lying. So this is my other account, right? NFCU. So let's look right here. August 6th, branch deposit, $190. Right? $190. So if you take that $190 deposit and add it to the $18,888.69, it's $190. Add it in, you get $19,078.69 that I made last month. Like I said, I left a check for $100 upstairs, so I don't really need to, you know, bring that into the picture because I've already shown that I've made over $19,000. So let me prop this thing back up there. Close these out. You know, this is definitely a major FU to my adopted parents who abandoned me at 17. You know, it took me a long time to get here, but I got here. You know, the message here is not to big up myself, but to drive the point home that through perseverance, you absolutely can become the kind of person that you're seeking to become. But it'll take mentorship, it'll take perseverance, it'll take commitment, it'll take sacrifice. And that's really the big question. What did it take for me to get to this point? I'm gonna tell you the truth. It wasn't easy. To break my income record, to hit that $19,000 plus in 1 month, it took a lot. You know, it took a lot. Listen, my family and I went on vacation last Monday, and we came back like 2 days ago. You know, we were actually supposed to still be on vacation. I'm not going to get into the story of what happened, but the point is, you know, we were on vacation, and I wasn't able to get all my work turned in before I left. And I also didn't get paid on everything that I turned, everything that I turned in before I left and after I left. I was actually still doing work while on vacation. Not the entire time I was on vacation, but I spent maybe like 6 hours of my 4-day vacation working, and that's a lot of time, you know, and most of it I spent after my family went to bed. Before I left for vacation, you know, I was staying up till like 2-3 o'clock in the morning sometimes, not because the work that I do is especially hard. It's not difficult work, you know. I have slightly above average intelligence in my opinion, but it's not difficult work. It's just, you know, it was a lot, and I'm an involved parent. You know, I was trying to get this video up last night and I couldn't because of the fact that, you know, I had to bathe my son. You know, I'm a father, an involved married father. I had to bathe my son, I had to put him to bed, and by the time that was done, I was exhausted, you know, so I just was like, I'm coming to bed. You know what I'm saying? I had to sneak out the house to come downstairs to make this video, you know, because my son, he loves me. He loves his daddy, so he's glued to me, and that's my little shadow, you know. That's my guy. But I had to sneak out the house to get away from him, you know, because if he saw me leaving, he would have cried. But again, when you're an involved parent, when you're a busy person, you just, you know, sometimes you're going to have to push the limit in order to reach your goals. And that's why I had to stay up till 2 and 3 and sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning at times to get my work turned in. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't sexy. You know, I didn't do it for bragging rights. I did it so that I could keep my clients happy and keep work coming to me. And it's nice because even though, you know, I was on vacation, I still got work assigned to me, you know, even though there's some people I just forgot to tell I was going on vacation, you know. So my main clients know that I'm on vacation until tomorrow, you know, so that's fine. But like I said, I'm a published author. You know, I talk about in my book how to, you know, get into my industry, how to do what I do. You know, I'm very proud of my accomplishments, but I also know that I don't want to work for somebody for the rest of my life. So, you know, the goal is obviously to take my profits and funnel it into something that can create income for me more passively, not just the stock market, but other means as well, right? You definitely should check out my book. You know, I meant to grab a copy of it before I came downstairs to make this video, but I forgot to do that. Just trying, like I said, rushing out the house so I wouldn't upset my newborn, you know, my little baby, before I walk out, you know, to come down here and record all this. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a member of the National Honor Roll Society, but that doesn't necessarily mean to have particularly high intelligence. You know, intelligence, in my opinion, is measured in different ways. And I'm a smart guy, but, you know, my wife, there's a good reason I married her, you know. There's a good reason, like, you know, she's right about a lot of stuff. And like I said last video, this ain't no simp stuff. It's just a fact, you know. I read in a comic book once that, you know, your friends are the ones you consider your equals, but your best friends are the ones you consider your betters. And that's, you know, again, what better kind of person to marry who you also find sexy than your spouse? You know, I was trying to figure out, like, do I say spouse, do I say wife? But yeah, I mean, my wife, you know, she's all those things and more. So I'm very grateful, you know, to have her. And that's just a fact. But yeah, that's my story of how I made over $19,000, you know, in one month. You know, I actually didn't talk about how I did it. And I'm not going to get into that, you know. Probably later on when I go back and edit this video and edit the description, I'll put in, you know, a little bit of information about my book. Maybe I'll add a picture of the book to the end of this video. But yeah, I mean, listen, you know, I left corporate America 9 years ago and I've never looked back, and I've been very happy ever since. I haven't always made this kind of money. I had, you know, for the first couple of years, it was really tough for me. I had a really there were times where I was making $2,500, $3,000 a month, you know, in a house of 4 people, and I was the primary breadwinner. It was not great, you know. I used to have like slow seasons every year for several years in a row. I used to dread them, you know, and I had to find ways to get around it. And like I said, one of the ways I did it was I just came up with this idea. It's not necessarily original, but it's original for me because I never had anybody come to me and say, hey, this is a great idea. Maybe you should try this, which is what I'm doing to you right now if you're watching this video, right? But I started going around as an adjuster. I'd be on site, you know, on site meaning at the property where the claim damages happened, where the insurance claim was filed. And I would talk to the contractors there and I'd say, hey, you know, listen, I write estimates, six-figure estimates or whatever's necessary. You know, I write for all different types of damages. I spent 2 years as a public adjuster, so I'm very familiar with the insurance process, and I've been doing this as an independent adjuster for 9 years. I can send you some examples of my work. You know, do you need an estimate writer? And a lot of times you'll be surprised. People will actually say yes. Listen, I've had the very first person I wrote estimates for was a contractor. And he used to pay me $500 an estimate, no matter what the estimate size was. Now, that was pretty dope. You know, when I remember one day, I was like trying to get a hold of him, and I was kind of frustrated because, you know, I couldn't get him to get back to me. Felt like I had to chase him down. We were somewhere in Philly, and, you know, I had to chase him down to go get my money. But, you know, I met up with him, and he handed me $1,000 cash. You know, I think it was like a $100 bills. I took a picture of it. It's on I think it was on my Facebook. I don't remember. I might have took it down. But regardless, you know, it felt good to have that. And listen, that was money that I know went in the bank, but I didn't have to. You know, that could have been tax-free income. So anyways, right? Most people don't pay you cash. Most people pay you like Cash App, or most people pay you like via check. You feel me? But as long as you get your money, that's all that matters. And speaking of which, you know, that contractor, he actually burned me at the end of our business relationship, which was like 2019, right before COVID took off, like the end of 2019, like November 2019. He was sick, and we were supposed to meet at a mall so he could hand me my money. I got to the mall, I called him, his phone was shut off, and that dude owed me $5,000. But that was like 5 years ago. I'm not tripping about that. You know, the next public adjuster I worked for, you know, I made a couple thousand off him. I think that was last year. And then, you know, we parted ways. And then there's another PA I've been writing estimates for over a year. You know, I made a couple grand off him, maybe like 5-6 grand off him, maybe more. And he actually owes me. That's something else I meant to show y'all. Actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and pull that up. You know, let's see. There we go. Yeah, let's pull up this Word document, right? Give me a second. Dang. Let me see. Let me look for something. Yeah, let me do something real quick. Let me see if I can just. All right, yeah. Let me change something because I'm trying to. I want to show y'all, like, because this dude actually owes me like. He actually owes me like 15 grand right now. A lot of money. A lot of money. You know, this dude owes me a lot of money right now. So give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to block all this out. Dang. But it looks like I don't actually know how to block them all out at once. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all real quick anyways. I'm gonna end this video because I'm about to go out with my wife. Some stuff up on the market, so hold on. So check this out. Little open invoices as of 7/4/24. Now today is September 1st, so I actually need to update this. Let me go ahead and update it now. Let's see, where's my mouse at? Hold on. 9. I'll say 9/2 because that's what tomorrow is, right? And we got all of these estimates that, you know, I wrote for this guy. Unfortunately, some of them, you know, didn't play out the way I wanted it to. Got a couple that were no pay, denied. This one right here, let's see, where is it at? This one really hurt me when I wrote an estimate for Platinum Public Adjusters, you know, and $3,559.93. That was my invoice. 1% of the estimate total is what I charged them. Claim got denied. I lost out on $3,500, and that was January this year, you know. And then most of these, you know, are like open invoices. We got 1,053 right here, 894, 963, 702, $4,055, $1,304, $400, $827, $3,500, And then, yeah, $661, you know, so. Yeah, I mean, that's a couple dollars, you know, that's a couple dollars that, you know, this guy owes me, and I'm waiting patiently for my bread, but, you know, I was supposed to wait until frustrating because, you know, I just gotta trust that, you know, when the money comes in, that's when it'll, you know, send it my way. But I mean, he's paid me on everything else so far, so I just gotta be patient and wait for the rest. But yeah, I mean, listen, I just gave y'all some game on like what I do to make the money I make. That $600 that listen, that $600 payment that put me over the $19,000 mark for August. The public adjuster that I write estimates for put me in touch with his contractor, and his contractor was like, yeah, I need somebody to write my estimates. So I was like, sure. And I actually scrambled. I went up to I went up to North Jersey, you know, last Saturday, 2 days before vacation. I had a bunch of work to turn in, but I was like, look, this guy said he'll pay me on the spot. That's another thing, you know, when you write estimates for people, you got to make sure that like they pay you on receipt, or at least within a week of receipt. You don't want to be waiting for settlement. Then you'll be like me with like $12,000-$15,000 outstanding, you know, and you'll get claims that get denied. You know what I'm saying? It's just, mitigation invoices are a lot faster to get paid, more likely to get paid by the insurance company, and therefore by whoever you're writing estimates for, if you're going to estimate privately, feel me? And you don't even need a license to write estimates. You know, you just need to know how to do it. So listen, I'm giving y'all some serious game. Listen to what I'm telling you. You don't need an estimate. You just need to know how to do it. You just need to know what's necessary. You guys gotta solicit yourself. You know what I'm saying? I actually was supposed to write 4 estimates that day, right? But we weren't able to get upstairs into one of the properties that I had to write an estimate for. So for that reason, I had to leave it. But I would have made like $800 instead of $600. And if I had another one to write, that would have been $1,000 that I made in one day. That's not bad to make in one day. Seeing as 9 years ago, I was making like $1,200 net every 2 weeks. Back in 2016, back when I was a corporate American. This was a couple years before COVID. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, I'm giving y'all the sauce. I'm telling you how I did it. You know, it's up to you what you do with the advice that I'm giving you. So that's my baby, my wife. I'm out of here. Hey, sunshine. Daddy loves you. Hey, baby. Your hair looks good.
Thank you.
Look real good. Hey, baby. All right, Shiloh Speaks. I'm out. You either take my advice or you don't. It's up to you. Peace.